All right, hi boys and girls. Um, this is our last video, the last video I need to make for this week, so I'm excited. We're going to do a little bit of literacy review, and I wanted us to talk today about verbs. Can you tell me what a verb is? Remember, we've got our little chant that we say about it. A verb is an action or a state of being. Good. One more time. What's a verb? A verb is an action or a state of being. So anything that you can do with your body is going to be a verb. So wave is a verb. Kick is a verb. Run is a verb. Skip is a verb. Write, see, all those things. See like this. Right, sorry, see is a homophone. All of those things are verbs. But the thing I wanted to talk about today is regular and irregular verbs, right? So since verbs are something that we do, that means they can take place in time. So I can talk about what I'm doing right now, right? Or I can talk about what I will do in the future, or I can talk about something that I already did. And we talked about that a little bit, that we call that the tense of a verb. The tense, I'll go ahead and write that. Tense means when it happened. So if we're talking about something that happened right now, we use the present tense. And you probably remember from your orthography notebook, our verbs pages. So we use the same tense of verb if we're talking about now or in the future. So I run, I will run, we use the same tense. So in our notebook, that is present and future. We have the same word for present, doing it now, or doing it in the future. All right. The main thing that we talk about with tense, though, is past tense, right? Past means it's behind us, right? It's already happened. It could have happened a minute ago. It could have happened 100 years ago. We use the same tense, though. It's not present tense. What tense is it for something that happened already? Right, we call that past tense. Right, and we remember that, or we think about that because one of our phonograms, right, this one, what is this phonogram? Right, it has three sounds, ed, d, t. That's our past tense ending. So a lot of our verbs, to show that something is in the past, we put this on it, right? Like skip, skipped. Well, that one has a rule in there, but most of our verbs use this to make them past tense. They use our ed, dit, past tense ending. Now, does anyone remember what kind of verb uses ed, dit? Right. If you remembered, excellent. It is a regular verb because this is the normal thing for a verb to do, is to use ed, dit as the past tense ending. So verbs that use ed, dit for the past tense ending, we call them regular verbs. So regular verbs use ed, dit to show that they happened in the past. What does anyone remember what we call the verbs that do not use ed, dit, past tense ending, to make them past tense? Right, they're not regular, we call them irregular verbs. So regular verbs use ed, dit to make them past tense. Irregular verbs do not use ed, dit. So each irregular verb has its own past tense. A good example of an irregular verb is run, right? We don't say I runned yesterday. What do we say? Right, we say ran. So run is an irregular verb because its past tense does not use ed, dit. It has a different word for being past tense.